Abosede Adeniran. Today on the program, Nafdac closes 100 shops in Enugu State over sale of fake beverages. Nigeria Customs Service intercepts containers carrying arms worth 13.9 billion naira in Rivers State. And later on the show, Southwest State's Firm Up Food Production Program. I'll be hanging out with Olayinka Oyegbile. Good to have you on the show today.
Thank you very much.
And Dr. Oladipo. Good to have you here today.
Good evening.
If you're ready, just as we are, the Journalist Hangout starts now. The way to a healthier and more prosperous society is hinged on the protection of human lives in all ramifications. In the pursuit of this objective, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, Nafdac, has shut down about 100 shops at the Ogbete main market in Enugu State and at over-alleged sales of suspected fake beverages. Nafdac also confiscated a truckload of adulterated products and arrested 4 suspects during the raid. Director of the agency in the Southeast, Martin Zeluyomade, noted that efforts will be intensified to rid the zone of adulterated products and food items. Gentlemen, Nafdac is out again. The last time we had something this massive was in December 2023, the Enugu market in Abia State, and of course, the entire market was actually shut down. Now about 100 shops have been shut down in Enugu State, and Nafdac is just forging ahead. Olayinka, what is your take on this?
Well, honestly, we must commend Nafdac for this good job. It is surprising that people at this time will continue to do such things. You know, before, we used to have what they call in Lagos, Eruku Oshodi. That's where people manufacture their own local beverages, but you will know when you are buying that this is what it is. But in this situation now, you now use the container of a reputed beverage company, and then I'm buying it, thinking I'm buying the original, whereas I'm buying a fake one. And that's the reason why today we have a lot of issues of kidney failure, lung problem, and things like that. We must continue to be very vigilant to make sure that such things don't happen. Why is it that people are so bent on making money at the expense of human life? It is the same thing that happens when you see fake brake fluid, fake engine oil, and all that. Why are people desperate to make money at the expense of human life? If all these things were not things that had to do with human life, perhaps you might say, well, no problem. But even then, if you must do anything, you must have a certification. There must be standard. So now, I know that Ogbete market very well because I did my youth service in Enugu. Now, you go there, you now want to buy a particular product, yes. You get a substandard product. You get home, you discover, and sometimes because we are also not people who report things, you just see it and say, oh, and then you forget about it without trying to trace the origin or getting to Nafdac or the institution that is in charge to let them know that this is what you have experienced. I think Nafdac and other agencies, SON and so on, the Standard Organization of Nigeria, they must especially wrap up their attention, especially at this time. You know, it is when things are difficult that people tend to be desperate to make money. What do I mean? The economy is hard now. Everybody is crying, no money, no this, no that. And everybody is looking for cheap things.
But is there ever a time you don't have fakes around? Is there ever a time you don't have fake products in the market?
Yeah, there will never be a time you will not have it, but it is mostly common during what people call hard period. Because when you say times are hard now,
trying to save cost would want to go for that which is
exactly
cheaper. And the percentage of reduction in the price or amount is usually so tiny,
so minimal, and
yes,
none.
Exactly.
Sometimes none.
Yes.
You know, sometimes none. It's so demoralizing that some people are bent on staining the business acumen of the Southeasterners. Because when you go back over time, yes, these things happen in other markets too.
Of course.
In the South, West, in the
North.
But you know what we've always known the Igbo for is trading, bringing innovation.
Ingenuity.
Their ingenuity is top-notch. And that's why the kind of markets you find in the Southeast, the cluster, the way they trade in terms of defining, okay, this belongs to the clothesline, you can hardly find that kind of organization in other places because they are business-like. If you go to some markets, you find out that they just deal in medicines.
Yeah, exactly.
As a sole product.
Yeah, but now you find out that men of evil characters, they are infiltrating. They are selling us. You know, I know of a lot of people who go from Lagos to Aba to go and bring fabrics.
Yes.
Whereas most of these fabrics, a lot of people believe they come in through Lagos.
Yes.
Or you find them in larger quantities and cheaper in Aba. Even the sewing.
Yeah.
They are so neat and perfect. But people are beginning to put doubts in the minds of people with issues like this.
Yeah.
How do you have a market with 100 shops sealed? We know this definitely it won't be limited to this 100.
Oh, no.
But with a whole 100, then what you have done to that market is to cast a doubt on it. Yeah. And then render those who are doing genuine businesses, render them useless and susceptible to all of these things. Like my boss said, people do not actually take into consideration the repercussions of the things that they do. That's why it's easy these days to find us battling cancer.
They want quick gains.
Yes, they are just particular about the quick gains. So one must commend Nafdac for this good job and say it should continue. Because in the past, we've read of reports of these people even sending these products out of Nigeria to sell. So they are not only going to give that market a bad name, they're also going to give Nigeria a bad name. Because there are some countries around us who depend on products from Nigeria. And then even up to bottled water. I know people who cannot buy soft drink and water inside traffic, no matter how tasty they are. Because virtually everything has been turned upside down. And you are not even sure of what you are taking. Sometimes you open some carbonated drinks and instead of it bringing out gas, just find out that the thing has just settled. Some bottles of beer.
This is unusual.
It's so unusual. So Nafdac needs to do more.
And what do citizens need to do to support Nafdac in this quest?
We also need to report.
Don't keep quiet.
Keep quiet, because we have seen cases, especially in Lagos, where police, Nafdac have made arrests of people producing fake. It was those around them.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
We noticed this is happening here, especially in areas like Mushi,
yeah,
Ushodi. You know, people say all of these things, but a lot of people don't talk. And that is why, for me, one other point.
Yes.
The market associations should be held liable
for all
things like that. Because why did we elect them? Why are they in position of authority?
Unless those people are not members. And most of them, even if they are not members, you need to
know what is going on in those shops.
But it's difficult for you to be in the same market and not be members of the association. Because there's nothing they would always bug them.
So you need to know your members. What do they do? Is this person selling fake? Is he doing genuine business? But a lot of these market associations, the only thing that they pay attention to,
just collect revenue. All right, and as to wrap up on that topic, I think it's also good to mention to people to watch out for expiry dates. And beyond that, because we also hear and know about, okay, well, let's say we've heard of people who switch the dates.
Yeah.
They just clean it up and write something or some other thing on it. You could even find the production date at a date that is still ahead. So just be vigilant, be watchful of what you buy, what you consume.
Yeah.